J Center. You finish off the baseball series against Minnesota, but it is the first in-season tournament home game for the Warriors. Second one in group play. Brand new championship NBA Cup court. Going forward. And Draymond winning the tap. It is a different Audi starting lineup for the Warriors. Chris Paul starts with Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Dario Saric. You talked about stretching out the bigs and hitting threes. Klay Thompson missed everything there, and that will be Minnesota ball.
He's got Jaden McDaniels on him now. Before he started on Steph, now Klay's got the best defender on him.
The Audi starting lineups for Minnesota: Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Western Conference Player of the Week. Jaden McDaniels, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert.
Look at Draymond and Cat fighting inside.
Double-double for Karl Anthony Towns on Sunday. Draymond forced a very difficult shot there.
That's all you can do. He did great defensively there.
Tyler Ford, Aaron Smith, Lucy Dogger. Gonna blow the whistles tonight. And Saric traveled, and that's just the things Gobert does to change your rhythm, tempo, and shot attempts at the rim.
He makes you think out in transition. Draymond thread the needle, but easier said than done scoring against Gobert inside.
McDaniels hides behind Gobert. Shot clock at 5. Daniels will get it back. An open corner three. Draymond saving that rebound.
You better be more aggressive than that defensively. That was a little bit of a breakdown. You had two guys open over there. Anthony Edwards would have had an open jumper too.
Without Curry, who comes alive offensively, as Wiggins missing that three. On Sunday, the Warriors were 12 of 43 from three-point land. And a lot of open looks and just didn't make anything. Anthony Edwards working on Wiggins. We'll step back three. And so we're scoreless. We'll stay 0-0 the first 2 minutes. And then look at Klay Thompson and McDaniels. What is going on with that?
Wow.
You've got a full-on fracas going on. Draymond came in to defend Klay. This got out of hand very quickly.
Look at Klay Thompson's jersey. It's ripped up. That's more than a scuffle.
We're going to have to go to replay and look at all of this, but Klay Thompson's never been involved in anything like that. What was Jaden McDaniels doing?
They were going at each other's heads. That was serious.
I mean, as you said, Klay's going to need a whole new jersey. Klay is as mild-mannered a player as we've ever seen.
They're just running down the floor, and they got tangled up. I want to see who initiated it first, though. Here's a look at it. So they're kind of coming together. Klay's boxing him out, puts his hand on his jersey. Jaden McDaniels puts his hand on his jersey. Now they're swinging each other around. Gobert gets in there. Draymond's got him in a headlock. There's a lot happening here.
Well, there were no punches thrown, which is good. In the NBA, it doesn't matter even if you make contact. If you swing at somebody, you're gone.
So look at him on the left side over here. Yeah, they just... Klay had his hand on him, trying to like box him out, and then they were swinging each other around. I mean, Warriors, it's clear. They want to send a message that you're not going to bully us. We're going to be physical. We're going to match your physicality and surpass it if we can. And Klay is getting the new jersey.
Whoa. Yeah, there was a heavy-duty reaction to both guys grabbing each other, and we'll see how that is adjudicated. And then big brother Draymond Green came in just to clean up and make sure. I mean, he made sure Gobert got nowhere near that.
Every team has an enforcer. The Warriors have Draymond.
The reason Draymond went so demonstrably is that Gobert had Klay in a headlock.
Yeah.
And Draymond's not feeling that at all.
So he's just pulling him off. We're not doing that. This ain't that. Klay and McDaniels going at it here, and then all of a sudden Gobert comes in, and Draymond's like, no.
Yeah, it's
chill out.
And then Draymond, he headlocked Gobert there, so.
Yeah, they're trying to get Draymond off of Gobert. Whew. What a way to start this game. No points on the board, but there's a lot happening. It's been an eventful game so far. This might take a minute because there was a lot that happened in there. You got Gobert bleeding. He's smiling a little bit. That's always what's going to happen. The enforcer's going to come in and protect his guy. And Draymond saw Gobert putting his hands on Klay Thompson. Klay didn't like it. Klay's not backing down for anybody. Draymond's definitely not backing down. He's looking for smoke.
So Tyler Ford is getting help from people in Secaucus as well, and they're going to look at everything. And so you have to look at, did McDaniels and Klay, was Klay grabbing McDaniels, did that precipitate McDaniels' reaction? Then you end up having Gobert headlock Klay, which isn't good. Then you have Draymond coming and headlocking Gobert. So
Klay will say he was boxing out. He was trying to put a body on him. He had his arms stretched out. He did grab the jersey. McDaniels will say, well, he grabbed my jersey, so I grabbed him back.
Right.
Now no one's letting go. So now the officials have to adjudicate, okay, who's at fault here? Should someone have let go first? Should Klay have let go? Should McDaniels not have reacted? Because a lot of times in these scuffles, the guy that retaliates usually gets penalized.
Well,
that's what I've seen in the past, but not with the Warriors lately.
Here's the thing. You could just double T Klay and McDaniels and call that a day.
Be done with it.
Then you have to decide, are you going to double T Gobert and Draymond and call it a day?
Yeah.
All right, so here's Tyler Ford has got a lot to talk about. As I said, there were no swings and there were, no punches and that stuff, which is it was key.
Yeah, do they really
so here's the
penalize Draymond too?
Green has been ejected. Gobert will shoot 2 free throws. Minnesota will retain possession at the free throw line extended.
Okay. So Jaden McDaniels been ejected. Klay Thompson's been ejected. Draymond has been ejected. And Draymond was called for a flagrant foul.
So there was a lot that happened there. This swinging each other while they're latched onto each other's jerseys. That was a lot. And then Draymond headlocking Rudy Gobert. I mean, just the way that they've adjudicated issues with Draymond in the past, it just doesn't surprise me. Draymond usually gets the raw end of the stick there.
And because of the flagrant foul, Gobert is going to shoot 2. Now, I think they completely missed Rudy Gobert grabbing Klay Thompson.
They missed it, but I mean, Draymond's was a little more forceful. And then, like I've said before, Draymond's reputation, whether you like it or not, the officials clearly think about it. The NBA clearly thinks about it, and it comes into play when he's involved in any of this stuff.
If you want to say that's a flagrant 2 on Draymond, you can have that discussion. I have no idea why McDaniels and Klay Thompson are ejected from this game.
Just give them one.
I have no idea where that's an ejection for both those guys. They both grabbed jerseys. They both grabbed each other. And you could have double-teamed them, and they could have stayed in the game.
It's just a judgment call. They just felt it was a little too much happening, too much swinging, too much jerseys ripped up.
Okay, so Steph, Klay, and Draymond, 3 Hall of Famers are not playing now.
The challenge,
for the Warriors.
The challenge got even tougher for the Warriors. How are you going to get through this game without those 3?
Now, the other thing Steve Kerr is saying is, we, the Warriors, had the ball. He's saying the Warriors had the ball when this all happened, when McDaniels ripped Klay's jersey and everything. So you lose possession of the ball after the flagrant foul. So the flagrant, 2 free throws plus new possession for Minnesota.
And Secaucus was involved there, so this was
but Tyler Ford's the crew chief. He's going to make the ultimate
judgment
arbitration there.
The crowd's into it now. They're pretty riled up.
Well, if Minnesota doesn't win now, because I'm not trading Steph, Klay, and Draymond for Jaden McDaniels.
Listen, we're going to see a lot of the young guys now.
Gobert backing in and putting it up and out, and he was fouled. He
put an elbow into Looney there, too. Looney's doing his best to hold his ground. This is Clay's reaction. Of course, he was super frustrated. He just got a new jersey that is not going to get used. That's rough.
What was Klay Thompson supposed to do when Jaden McDaniels was ripping his jersey off him? I mean, a tee both ways, I got no issues with. You're ejecting both guys for that?
It's interesting. They just felt it was too much. They don't want to see that in the NBA, I guess. But now the Warriors have the rest of this game that they have to think about.
You saw Steve Kerr mimicking the elbow from Gobert that you noticed. And Gobert, who's done all the scoring, 3 of 4 now on free throws.
So where the Warriors go for scoring, you need Andrew Wiggins to have a monster game.
And Wiggins around and out. Looney trying to keep it alive. It's Warrior ball out of bounds.
And if you're Andrew Wiggins, you have to keep shooting. You can't be discouraged if you're not making shots early. You got to keep going. Be relentless.
So Brandon Pojemski, who had 8 points in a little over a minute on Sunday in the very tail end of that game. Saric an open look, and he bottoms a 3.
You got to keep those bigs honest. He's got Karl-Anthony Towns on him. He's in the paint when he catches the ball. You rail that one, make him pay. That's a foul on Gobert.
It is correctly called on an offensive foul and an illegal screen.
So you have to embrace all this. The guys that are playing, it's going to be tough sledding the rest of the game. But you're like, man, they took out our guys. Like, we got to come out and go at these guys' heads. Play angry in a good way.
How long will it take for kind of the shock to subside? Did losing Clay and Draymond right away?
Well, hopefully you're just able to rally, but easier said than done.
So that's a defensive 3-second violation, and the Warriors will get the technical free throw.
Look at Coach Steve. This is what I said. He got elbowed. He's talking to Gobert, and he's saying, no, we don't like that. That's Bush League.
But you're also getting a good glimpse of what we like to enjoy as Scottish Steve. That's the clipboard breaker. When you get Steve Kerr riled up, there it is, as competitive guy as you're ever going to find.
Everybody else has to follow his lead. He's yelling and screaming. He's riled up. Everybody else should be the same.
Chris Paul's got Cat on him. This is what we talked about. Can you set screens to get the bigs to move? Shot clock at 1. Chris Paul's got to launch it way over Gobert. He made it. A deep 2.
You see if you can ride this wave. The bigs were guarding that action pretty well there. Gobert was all over. It didn't matter.
Wiggins, great steal on Anthony Edwards. Chris Paul running with friends. Pojemski's got Cat switched out on him.
You have to make the bigs pay for guarding on the perimeter.
Chris Paul, the give and go. Drop it off. Pojemski puts it in.
Perfect.
Okay, draw Gobert and then just dish it to somebody else.
Chris Paul didn't force it in there. Instead of trying to dribble past the big, he gave and went. Use your speed and then draw the next one. Dish it.
Here's Wiggins, saw that the whole way. Wiggins knocking it away. Pojemski running it back with Chris Paul. Paul lost the handle, and the Warriors turn it over. Anthony Edwards looking for a seam. Tough runner, and he made it look easy.
Minnesota just try to stiff arm the Warriors.
Minnesota, 6 wins in a row. #1 defense in the NBA. Playing great basketball.
On their side, Chris Finch will be telling you can't take this team for granted now. They're like a wounded lion.
So Saric missing that 3, and you're going to have to take them, but you got to take and make them tonight. Mike Conley, he shot it over everything. Wiggins a good look. And Pojemski, great rebounder for a guard. We've seen that in the very early part of his career. Saric keeps firing, but around and out. And then out of bounds, Wiggins, who's become an offensive rebounding dynamo. His shooting hadn't been there, but his offensive rebounding is as good as we've seen.
It's the best offensive rebounding team in the league. There's a lot of misses, so they've been getting them. But if you are going to miss, you better get some second chance points. They're getting them.
The last 6 games, Andrew Wiggins has 21 offensive rebounds. And that doesn't happen for a small forward very often. Shot clock at 5. Chris Paul in trouble there. Saric, the crossover and the spin. Trying to get an angle. That's great defense to knock it down in a 24-second violation.
Yeah, they got multiple guys. That's Alexander Walker.
He had a wonderful game the other night. He had 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting.
He stood Saric up. There's just no weak links on this team, so you have to know where you're attacking offensively.
It's a tough cover for Brandon, who's a point guard essentially, and Alexander Walker goes over 6'5". Anthony Edwards flipping it short. Wiggins right with him. Saric, he is standing tall against multiple bigs inside. Podziemski catch and shoot 3. Wiggins again, kept it alive. Chris Paul. Wiggins one more time. Wiggins again. Oh.
What is the call here?
They're going to say the ball is just off of Wiggins. Oh, man. Okay. A lot of activity. 6:27 remaining in the first. At home.
And they're getting some open looks. They're just not making as many of them. And the transition points aren't coming like they used to either. They're only getting like 13 transition points a game. Last year, they're at like 21.
Kyle Anderson and Naz Reid have checked in. Part of that deep Minnesota rotation. Naz Reid putting it up and in. He's been very good against the Dubs.
And he wasn't taking no for an answer, even after the deflection.
So Chris Paul and Podziemski, Kevon Looney, Saric, and Wiggins. Steph is not playing with a knee issue. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green have been ejected from this game, and Podziemski's fouled on that pass.
Podziemski making things happen. Throw a pump fake. Let Naz Reid jump out of the gym.
So Jaden McDaniels and Klay Thompson got tied up, and Jaden McDaniels ripped Klay's jersey, and then Gobert got involved, and then Draymond cleaned up Gobert and got him out of there. And we had 3 players ejected.
That happened really fast, escalated quickly.
Jonathan Kuminga's first playing time, and the Warriors are aching for a score tonight. And Wiggins, elbow jumper.
That's the perfect place to attack. The Timberwolves went into a zone there, so you're always looking to exploit the middle. Andrew Wiggins is a good candidate.
Skip pass to the great shooting Karl Anthony Towns, but missing that 3.
And the Warriors were in a zone of their own. That worked.
Chris Paul to his sweet spot. And that's just a shot he has not been making so far this year. Not recently. He hits that right elbow jumper like breathing. And up and under. Cat with a nice finish.
Wow. That was fancy.
Karl Anthony Towns, he hit 21 and 14 on Sunday against the Warriors.
See the spacing here. Get your spacing right.
Well, this 5-man group's never played together. Podziemski with a 3.
See how confident Podziemski is? Coach Kerr talked about it. Like, he's cocky, he's brash, he knows how good he is, and we like it.
He's got 5 to lead the Warriors right now. Cat won a 3-point contest at All-Star Weekend, but he's missed a couple threes.
He hasn't been shooting that as well to start this season.
Wiggins for 3. I mean, right now, it's Andrew Wiggins in the championship year shot 39% on threes. He's at 15% for the season.
I was down there before the game. I watched him make like 10 in a row as Karl Anthony Towns gets to the basket and the foul.
Well, this is one where if you're going to foul him at 248 pounds, you need to foul him, because the excuse me ones, he's too strong.
You see him attacking from the top of the key a lot, and that's because he trails the play. And that matchup against Looney,
and Kevon did not get his money's worth there, so his second foul.
He feels like if he rips it through quickly, makes a quick decision, he can get the step.
Steph talking to Wiggs and Chris Paul as they come out.
Wiggins didn't hesitate, and the intensity was there. There's no lack of effort when it comes to Andrew Wiggins.
So Karl Anthony Towns now with 5. Corey Joseph running things along with Pajemski. GP2 on the baseline.
You want Pajemski, someone like him in the middle, making decisions against that zone, then get into the short corner. They'll lose sight of GP2 on the baseline like they just did.
Anthony Edwards, Naz Reid's an excellent three-point shooter. He rails that. He's at 43% on this young season.
He got his nice contract, and a lot of times with guys like him, that can just kind of free you up. And he's playing with a lot of confidence now. And they're back in this zone.
Well, Chris Finch is like, I want to see if the Warriors can make a jumper. And Kevon Looney says, yes, I can.
Looney's got that in his game, that mid-range.
And sidelined out of bounds. Warriors will take over on the turnover.
The Warriors figuring out ways to attack this zone. You still want to be decisive, just like you would against the man. Know you're attacking the middle. Know you want to get it to the short corner. You can cut. You love GP2. There's the foot going out of bounds for Alexander Walker. Now they're back in this man.
Corey Joseph trying to find an open man, and there's a lot of draw and kick with the shot clock at 5. Joseph will bank one home. A banked in 3.
Is that the kind of night it's going to be? Come on now.
3 of 10 never looked so good.
And a lot of them were crazy contested jumpers, high arcing.
Foul off the ball. Corey Joseph holding on to Alexander Walker. Beat big guys there. It is constant movement and moving to open space, or put another large guy in the game like Trace Jackson Davis.
There you go.
So Shake Milton coming over from Philly with Kyle Anderson, Gobert, Naz Reid, and Anthony Edwards. Shot clock at 1. Kyle Anderson's got a launch, and he missed everything. Good possession for the Warriors defensively.
See if the Warriors can get some separation here.
GP2 is fouled.
Yeah. Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, trying to guard GP2 off that ball screen. Use your speed. Don't let him do it.
I love that Kyle Anderson has embraced the slow-mo.
Yeah. That's
all his social media handles. He's such a good player, but he's very deliberate, and he's effective.
He's having a great career. And he knows how to play the game. He's slow, but he plays the game with his mind. He's got smarts, and he uses that well.
10 years in the league. I would say those good years in San Antonio. Played very well for Memphis.
He's got the goggles going.
Corey Joseph will bumper card. And there's Kyle Anderson.
Okay.
Very smart coming to block that shot.
We got to stop talking good about Kyle Anderson. I don't like what's happening here.
Wants Gobert on Pajemski. There we go. And he throws it over. Brandon Pajemski had played the D. Now, but Pajemski did touch the ball, so it'll be Minnesota ball.
But you're making them think offensively. The flow and the decisiveness isn't as much as it was last year or last game for the Timberwolves. They tried to throw it over the top. You're fronting. Look at Pajemski get in there. Just help his teammate out.
You're going to need a superhuman effort for the Warriors tonight. Naz Reid, good catch. Spinning on Kuminga. Naz Reid, what a finish.
Versatility.
This guy hit a 3, hit a driving layup, and then spins for that. Naz Reid, he loves playing the Warriors.
His teammates call him big time. He can put the ball on the floor. He's got counter moves, too.
Pajemski, little floater.
He's got that.
You have to do that with Gobert, right?
He's got such a good floater, and he can use that. And I'm sure coming into this game, he was mentally prepared to have to deploy that weapon of his.
There's slow-mo and Trace Jackson Davis contesting. Pajemski boxed out Gobert.
That's perfect, because if they're going to switch that, he has to keep Gobert off the glass.
GP2 was looking for a cutter initially. Got another foul.
Warriors are gaining some traction here on both ends of the floor. Pajemski is doing work. Get the handoff. You got slow-mo on you. You don't have to worry about him. Gobert couldn't really even contest because he didn't get close enough to Gobert.
#1 pick for the Warriors out of Santa Clara. Brandon Pajemski had his very early career high 8 on Sunday in 1 minute and 18 seconds. He's lively. He's got great energy. Trace Jackson Davis playing together. Payton for 3. These are the ones that have to go. And tonight, 4 of them have gone down.
This group is playing well. It's Pajemski making the play again. A little misdirection.
Anthony Edwards rises. I tell you what, he is just improved year after year after year. 33 on Sunday, averaging 28 a game.
Talk about big time.
Corey Joseph. Oh, he doesn't need to bank the ball in.
Hey, he's a shooter. You gotta respect it. Shake Milton went under the screen. Can't do that against him.
Shake Milton. Oh, he missed everything because Joseph bothered him on that. Warriors can go 2 for 1 quickly. Podziemski knows that. Flips it up and in.
These guys are going to win this quarter decisively behind Podziemski.
Podziemski has a new career high in 1 quarter.
Look at him. He's getting the crowd involved. Look, he's been waiting for this his whole life.
11-second game shot clock difference. Winding down this first. Anthony Edwards. He rises for 3 and buries another one.
Off the dribble, his 3-ball is amazing.
He's 50, 40, 80.
And over 40% off the dribble. His pull-up threes,
Not easy. Final 7 seconds, shot clock off. Podziemski, the skip pass to Kuminga. He tees up a triple. He missed everything there, but not enough time for Edwards to do anything.